future self of 2023.
2023 taught me anything, it is that the only thing between where you are and where you want to be is 1, time, and 2, the choices you make. We're all trying to get somewhere that's not necessarily here, and it kind of just creates this strange gap. We rush this gap, trying to take shortcuts, but time doesn't let us do that. We cannot control it. The patience that this takes can definitely be frustrating, but ironically, that gap that you're in right now is far more important than where you actually want to go because it leaves you with the power of choice. In Viktor Frankl's book, Man's Search for Meaning, he says, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms, to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way." You decide every day how you want to see the world, and those decisions will create your life. You alone have that power, but what will you do with it? And of course, we're all dealt with different cards in this life, but when I'm looking back at the end of my journey, I want to be looking back at all of the choices that I made to make my reality happen, rather than looking back at all the choices that I didn't make to make my reality happen. The choice is yours, everyone. And yeah, that definitely haunts me, but in a good way. More so the fun choices I made this year, but the majority, almost literally all of my year, is made up of the tiny mundane choices that seem pretty insignificant. Do I hit snooze or do I get up? Do I start that conversation or do I stay to myself? Do I take the longer scenic route or cut it short to get home? Do I just consume content or do I actually go out and create it? Do I stay in tonight or do I go out tonight? Whatever choice you make, the results are pretty invisible because whether you do one or the other, your life won't drastically change that much in the moment. Even though my choices from the past are still invisible to me, this year gave me a little glimpse as to how these pieces are fitting together. But let's be honest, I won't really know how all these pieces in my life are actually going to fit together until the end of my life. I mean, I'm only 20 years old. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone. I got the camera and I'm just going to start the YouTube channel that I've always wanted to do since 7th grade. That was me back in 2021 when I first started this whole YouTube channel, and I know I'm still a newbie. I have so much to learn, but learning a few things here and there led me to incredible opportunities this year. Back in the beginning of this year, I was working a job on campus and I liked it, but it wasn't helping me grow. I kind of just wanted a new experience. Currently looking for a good opportunity this summer to get out of comfort zone and meet people. Let's come back to this and see where we're at. Shortly after that, I found myself at a speaker event on campus and I was this close to not going, but something in me just told me to go, so I did. From that one choice to go to this speaker event, it has been a continual journey of lessons being learned and unimaginable experiences being made. Honestly, I've been doing that ever since I read that and put it in, so I just want to say thank you for sharing. A choice that I've made within all of this is to simply just be a sponge and learn. When you tell yourself you are just learning, there's no pressure to be perfect at all. It just is, if you choose to see it as that.
What after differently looks like.
A vessel for me to learn is just pure experience, and you only get experience when you just put yourself out there and do the frickin' thing. Whether it's a work, travel, or just a personal experience, I'm learning something along the way, and that's what really matters because it's all going to create me to who I am, just like how my choices are creating who I am. With choices, I'm learning that we don't need to label them all the time. A choice may be bad in the moment, but turn into something good later on, but we don't really know until time reveals itself. And that's the other factor between where you are and where you want to go. We talked about choices, but now there's that time factor, and with time, we don't have any control over that. For some, that may cause a little stress that we don't have control, but I'm learning just to trust in God's timing and understand that He knows way more than I do and that I ever will, and trusting in His time, not necessarily my own. And this year really showed me that because I set some goals with deadlines and I barely hit any of them. It really just taught me that no matter how much effort, time, and dedication you put into something, you can't control the timing of its existence. Great things take time. It might take a year, it might take an entire decade. You really just have to trust the process and have faith that it's all working for you in your favor. I'm really blessed to be around great people, great opportunities, and I'm excited.
Full moon, outside on a wager. I just wanna settle in and figure out the little things. But I'll find you outside if it's right. Well, I could do a favor. Well, we're running round and losing our place. But lately I've been trying to figure out why we both settled down and why I don't see you outside. Old blues hit the fader. And maybe it's a lot to think about, every word from your mouth, and why it's all old news printed front page of the paper. If everything is fine, I'll be outside, I'll be on my way. Pray I'm looking in your eyes when we're outside, kissing in the rain. Hoping we don't say goodbye for the last time when I'm wide awake. But I'm missing you all for the last time, missing your face. Point that one.
My kids asked me when I was doing it. 20 years old. I say this.
That's how long I've been on ya.
I've never been more emotional while editing a video before. I've been crying while finishing up the outro just because I'm so beyond blessed and grateful to be living the life that I'm living and that I've created for myself, and it really is because of my choices. I know that's what this whole video is about. It's so simple, but if you think about it, like, most people don't think about this. It's just like the small and the big choices, like, it all adds up, and you can create the life that you want to create. It's literally just your choices and time, what I talked about. But anyways, this whole video, yes, it's a video I made, but it's mainly a time capsule. I'm gonna post this and not watch it again until like 30 years out. So to my future self that is watching this, I hope that you're making good choices, whatever good choices are, and hopefully the dots will all start to connect when you're looking back at this video. But yeah, let's go into 2024 with a good mindset and make it another great year. So if you're watching this, thank you so much for watching, and future self, when you're watching this, love you.